How many of you have been extremely upset when your diabetic medications have not worked? And how many of you have felt frustrated when you feel that despite all the diets that you're doing, despite following your doctor's advice for diet, your blood sugars don't come under control? I'm Dr. Lenny DaCosta, a functional medicine expert, a geriatric physician, and the author of the upcoming book, Is Your Doctor Keeping You Sick? My dear friends, today I want to share with you a very, very important diet advice. And the diet advice is just this. I have patients coming to me every time telling me, Doctor, we have been always advised to eat chapati and stop rice, and yet my sugars go up. I eat no sweets, and yet my sugars go up. I do all the diets that I've been advised and my sugar still goes up. Why is this happening to me? My dear friends, it is not so much what you eat. It's more how you eat and what food stuff you eat. What is the major chunk of the type of food that is present in the food that you eat. The type of nutrient that is present in the food that you eat, that is very important. So let me just break this down for you a little bit. When your doctor has told you to eat chapati and you've eaten chapati and your sugar goes up, you need to understand that sometimes the chapatis and wheat is the worst thing that you can eat as a diabetic. Why? When you eat wheat, wheat has gluten in it. So it's not just gluten is bad, it's just that gluten enters your gut and it cannot digest properly, as a result of which it creates small foci of inflammation. These foci of inflammation keep that inflammation or the fire all the time burning in your gut. When this happens, your sugar always remains high. That is the number one reason why you should not be eating chapatis instead of rice or any other carbohydrate. So wheat should be avoided. Number two, wheat on its own is a frank carbohydrate. So the moment it enters, it spikes up insulin, and if you are already having excess insulin in your blood and you're on the verge of becoming insulin resistant, the chances are you will have a lot of more added glucose in your blood, which does not get converted into energy or is not stored as fat in the triglycerides. So these are the two things that happen when you eat wheat. Now, do the same things happen with other carbs? No. With rice, yes, you will have a spike in your sugar, a spike in your insulin, and if you're insulin resistant, that's bad for you. Will it happen with jowar, bajra? Yes, to some extent, but they are better because the inflammation is not there. Inflammation in your gut will constantly keep your sugars up. That is one reason why I tell all my patients, don't eat wheat. The second thing that happens when we eat the food, we follow a diet, but we are so prone to eating whatever we are told, we don't make it very balanced. The ideal way to have is less carbs, moderate protein, and high fat. Now, when I say high fat, a lot of people ask me, but what about my heart? It's going to give me heart disease. Fat doesn't give you heart disease. What gives you heart disease, my dear friends, is excess carbohydrates. Because excess carbohydrates get stored, all that excess energy, glucose gets stored in triglycerides. What do triglycerides give you? LDL, VLDL, LDL. It is LDL cholesterol that actually is something that we are worried about. Fat doesn't give you cholesterol. It is carbohydrates that cause the cholesterol. So when you understand this basic truth, you will then realize that it is the carbs that you should cut down. Eat more protein, whether it is vegetarian protein, vegetable protein, or animal protein. Whatever it is, it has to be moderate, because protein doesn't make you feel hungry. Lots of carbs make you feel hungry. We Indians eat a lot of carbs and we are never feeling full. When you eat a little bit of protein, you feel full. So carbs make you fat, proteins don't. So if you have moderate amount of protein and high fat replace the carbs and give you the energy that you need. Now, how would you have this high fat? You can have homemade ghee, you can have virgin coconut oil or virgin olive oil. If you have any of the oils in the market, they are trans fats. That's what's going to kill you. That's what's going to give you a lot of problems with your health, because that's when you have too much of trans fats, you do not get good energy entering your body cells. So number 2, what you should be eating. So my advice to all my patients, whether you're vegetarian, non-vegetarian, go for what we call a modified keto diet. And I've done a lot of videos on this. Check my YouTube channel. You will be able to see what a modified keto diet is. The third thing that you should do is never stress because of your sugar going up. Because stress itself causes your sugar to go up. And therefore, you need to calm down. So the third thing that I tell my patients is, if you are stressing that your sugar is going up, you need to go every morning and do breathing exercises, yoga, or go join some yoga classes to get that mind down. So if your mind is not relaxed, you will never be able to control your sugar. And finally, my dear friends, the best way is not that one hour walk that you're doing and saying I'm doing exercise, because 1 hour walk will give you probably good health and keep you a little fit. But if you want it to affect your diabetes, you need to do high intensity training or interval training that we say. You need to do a 10-minute exercise, either jog or cycle, fast, slow, fast, slow. So it's a 15-minute burst followed by a 15-second burst followed by a 35-second or 45 seconds or even a minute slow down. So how do you do this? You either jog at the same place very fast for 15 seconds or 10 seconds, and then for the next 1 minute jog slowly. Do this for about 8 to 10 minutes. Similarly, you can do it on an exercise cycle. Cycle very fast for 15 seconds, 45 seconds cycle slow, 15 seconds fast, 45 seconds slow. So you do have a lot of videos on YouTube showing you this. High intensity training or interval training on an exercise cycle. I've sent a lot of videos. If you don't have it, do send me a personal message. I will send you one. So these are some of the tips I've given you. Do not get upset about things going wrong because of your management. You need to modify a little bit and you will get your sugars under control. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it with your friends and do drop me a message if you liked it. I love to read your messages. Do visit my YouTube channel. I have lots of lovely videos there, lots of recent stuff that we have put up there. It will help you live a happy, healthy life. I'll see you soon in my next video. Till then, happy living, healthy living. Bye and keep safe.